Eleanor and her husband retired comfortably. Combined Social Security of $4,200 per month. His pension. Her IRA. Their savings. They had planned carefully. They thought they were prepared. 3 years into retirement, her husband died. Within 60 days, Eleanor's monthly income dropped from $4,200 to $2,100. Her tax rate increased. Her Medicare premiums changed. She was suddenly managing all the finances alone. For the first time in 40 years. At 71. While grieving, Eleanor and her husband had planned for retirement together. They had never planned for this. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things. First, the specific financial changes that occur when a spouse dies. The ones Eleanor experienced and that most couples never anticipate. Second, the decisions made before a spouse dies that determine how much financial damage occurs after. Third, what the couples who navigate this well actually do differently, starting years before they need to. But here's the warning. Most couples find this conversation uncomfortable and avoid it. That avoidance is one of the most expensive financial decisions they make. Stay with me through all 3. Before I show you what happens financially when a spouse dies, I need to tell you something about Eleanor's husband. That explains why their careful retirement planning left such a significant gap. Eleanor's husband had the higher Social Security benefit, $2,600 per month. Eleanor's benefit was $1,600 per month. Combined, $4,200. When he died, Eleanor received the higher of the 2 benefits. His $2,600. Her $1,600 stopped. Monthly income, $2,600. Down from $4,200. A $1,600 per month reduction. Permanently. His pension had been set up with a single life payout for maximum monthly income during his lifetime. When he died, the pension stopped entirely. They had chosen maximum monthly income over survivor protection, the decision that maximized their income while he lived left Eleanor significantly exposed after he died. Additionally, filing taxes as a single person rather than married filing jointly immediately moved Eleanor into less favorable tax brackets on the same income she'd had the year before. Her Medicare premiums changed based on the new filing status. In the first year after her husband's death, Eleanor faced lower income, higher taxes, changed Medicare costs, and the full weight of financial management she'd shared for 40 years. Arriving simultaneously while she was grieving. Here's the twist that makes this particularly important to plan for. The financial decisions that most affect surviving spouses are almost always made years before the death occurs. The Social Security claiming strategy, the pension payout election, the beneficiary designations, the account structures. These decisions are made when both spouses are alive and well, and they cannot be undone after the fact. The couples who protect surviving spouses best make different decisions during retirement planning, not after a death forces their hand. Now the specific decisions that matter most, and that still can be changed. For people who haven't retired yet, or who are early in retirement. Decision 1. Social Security claiming strategy. For couples, the claiming strategy should consider both lifetimes. not just the current monthly income optimization. The higher earner delaying to 70 maximizes the survivor benefit, because the surviving spouse receives the higher of the two benefits for the rest of their life. This single decision can be worth tens of thousands of dollars to a surviving spouse. Decision 2. Pension Survivor Benefit Election. Most pensions offer a choice: maximum benefit for single life, or reduced benefit with survivor protection. The difference in monthly income feels significant. The difference in financial security for a surviving spouse is often much more significant. This decision cannot be changed after the pension begins. It deserves careful calculation before it's made. Decision 3. Life insurance in retirement. Most people think of life insurance as a working year's product for income replacement. In retirement, it can serve a different purpose: providing a lump sum to a surviving spouse that compensates for reduced pension or Social Security income. The cost-benefit calculation changes significantly in retirement, but the conversation is worth having. Here's the most important twist: none of these decisions requires predicting who will die first. They require acknowledging that one of you will, and building a plan that protects both outcomes. Now, what the couples who navigate this well actually do differently. Because there are surviving spouses who are financially prepared, who don't experience Eleanor's sudden exposure. Their preparation is consistent and learnable. They have the conversation explicitly, not as a morbid exercise, as a practical planning discussion. What income will remain? What accounts exist? What decisions need to be made? Both partners understand the full financial picture, not just their own portion of it. They ensure both partners can manage finances independently. Eleanor had never managed the finances alone. The couples who navigate spousal death best both understand the accounts, the bills, the income sources, before one of them has to do it alone. They review beneficiary designations regularly. Outdated beneficiary designations are one of the most common and most expensive estate planning errors. Assets going to unintended recipients because a form wasn't updated is entirely preventable. They work with both a financial advisor and an estate planning attorney, specifically on the scenario of one spouse predeceasing the other, not just on retirement income optimization. Here's the most important twist: the couples who plan for spousal death don't dwell on it. They address it once, with the right professionals, make the decisions that need to be made, and return to living their retirement with the knowledge that both of them are protected, whatever order things happen in. Eleanor's income dropped from $4,200 to $2,100 in 60 days because of decisions made years earlier that optimized for joint income without adequately planning for one spouse surviving. This video just opened a window for you. You've seen what happens financially when a spouse dies, the decisions that matter most, and what the couples who plan for it did differently. What you do with that window is completely yours, because everyone's situation is different. One question before you go: have you and your partner ever specifically discussed what the financial picture looks like if one of you dies first? Drop it in the comments. Most couples haven't. That completes the Retirement Reality Series. 10 videos on the retirement questions most people discover. too late to fully act on them. Next week we begin a new series. Inflation and cost of living. Starting with how inflation is quietly destroying retirement savings. In ways most people never see until it's already happened. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Because that series covers the forces that affect every single person watching, regardless of how much they've saved. See you next week. Educational content only, not financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor and estate planning attorney.